Good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host, Chump Chan, just live recorded. We're going to go over some Bitcoin news, AI news, and just check out the market overall. So let's see who's in the chat. Then we'll get into this. Mr. Nerd Beast, Crypto Craig. We have Tim I Am Crypto. Good to see you, man. Sustainable Crypto. We have Automatic Beats. Crypto Lard. What's up, man? Leo Lustig, my man. Dom G, Chris Hanley. Andrew Masad, appreciate you, buddy. What's up, man? Let's see who else is here. Let's see. I don't know if there's anybody else here. I might have missed you guys. Not James. What's up, man? Good to see you. Steven Cicero, Integra guy. All right, I apologize for being late. Let's get into this, see what the market's looking like today, and we'll go from there. Bitcoin 42,532, not too bad. Ethereum 2256. We have Solana at 76 bucks in the deep green. Look at that. It's like one of the only things that are green today. Crazy. 6.15%. That bonk coin's actually going crazy too. I don't know where that is on this. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Coin 360 up 95.99%. That's unreal. What is happening with this meme coin? Hopefully you guys made some money on that. I honestly have not, but yeah, that's just because I'm not into buying any more meme coins. We have Aave, $114, 21.21%. ICP is up 8.67% at $6.87. Let's see. All right, let's get over to Crypto Bubbles. Look at this. Oh my God. Bonk is now up 101% on the day. It got listed on Coinbase. What?
Perfect.
That's why it's mooning then. Damn. What the hell, man? You guys are supposed to tell me that before it gets listed. That way we could buy in. That's crazy, man. Solana was up in the 80s last night. Really? Oh, got put on Binance too. You know what? Binance, Coinbase, just pretty much every exchange that has like meme coins, man, they list them pretty quick. They just want to take their piece of the pie. That's pretty much how it goes. Good morning, T-Gig. What's up, man? Good to see you. We have HNT up 26.1%. What is this? Osmosis 88 is ranked right now in the top 100. $1.34 up 16%. Never heard of that. We have the KuCoin token down 15.3%. FTT token is down 10.1%. We have Solana again up 9.5%. Again, this is on the day, 76.46 or $76.46 rather. We have Rose Oasis Network. Why is it called Rose? That's weird. 15.2%. We have Aave 23.1% up on the day, $115. Not too bad. Everything's looking pretty good, guys. Everything's looking pretty good. Now, we'll get into that in a second. I was going to talk about Pyrin, but we'll talk about it in just a second. Fear and greed index looking like 70, getting closer to the greedy side of things, in my opinion. Once we get past 75, that's when we start worrying about it. All right, top 10 coins by CoinMarketCap over on CoinGecko. Let's see. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, XRP, Solana, USDC, Cardano, Lido Staked Ether, and Avalanche. Dogecoin is out of the top 10 again, or still. It's down by $1 billion now. 1.1 billion. That is crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe Avalanche flipped it that hard. That's nuts. All right, let's look at Shiba 18th, Litecoin 19th. We have Bitcoin Cash 22nd. Let's check out Ethereum Classics in 29th. Kaspa is down in 33. What is happening? Kaspa, wake up. For Kaspa doing a whole bunch of like network stuff, getting that Rust implementation going, which is what is it supposed to be, like 10 blocks a second? They're gearing up towards that, so I know they're doing all the testing for that. So yeah, Kaspa is definitely not a coin to sleep on, if anybody's wondering. XMR looks like it's 27th on this ranking at a $3.1 billion market cap, and Kaspa has a $2.6 billion still, so that's still doing pretty good. All right, yeah, I mean, it's pulling back, but it's not like nothing drastic, so we don't have to worry about it too much, I don't think anyways. All right, let's get on to the mining side of things. ASIC miners, the WinMiner K9's on the top of the chart, still $138 a day. This is at 10 cents kilowatt hour. This is the 10.3 terahash Kaspa miner. We have the Ice River KS3, 8 terahashes, looking like $105 a day. The KS2, you're making $25 a day. That's a 2 terahash unit. The KS1 is, let's see, $12.76 per day. Let's scroll down. The Jazz Miner X16Q, jinglemining.com. If you guys are interested, what is this? What's BTN? BTN. What is this? BTN. Hold on. What is that? I never heard of that. Does anybody know? What is BTN? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. BTN? Bitnet? What the hell is this? What? Do I need to change what I'm mining right now? What is this? Has anyone heard of this? What am I doing? Actually, no, you know what? I do want to look at the market real quick. Where is this stuff? Finance X, XEgg, and Safe Trade. Huh. Weird. Audio's fine for you. It's going in and out, Blaine Anderson. Maybe restart the maybe restart your browser. Sometimes that happens. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, no, I can hear myself, so I know it's coming through good. Let's see. This is weird. I never heard of this. Bitnet. I can't keep up. Carl Coe. Yeah, I've never heard of this. 2.7%. Let's see. Let's see what the overview is. Let's go to the max. When did this come out? August. So it came out August this year. Spiked up to $1.80. I've never even heard of this. This is the first time I'm hearing of this. Weird. So weird. It's at 83 cents now, but I mean, started up, well, it started at like 65 cents, ran up to, it says $1.80, and then it just kind of floated along sideways in between the 10 and 15 cent range, or 10 and 20 cent range, I would say, till it pumped back up. Weird. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look into that later. That's crazy. Anyways, that's the Jazz Miner X16Q. So apparently it's most profitable mining Bitnet, which is, it's $8 a day. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a real lot. This unit wasn't that high before. It was like $5, if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong? Bonk sounds like some Logan Paul coin. 619. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. All right, let's look at the Kaspa KS0 Pro. As you guys know, I have 9 of these next to me, and they need to go because I could hear it in the microphone. You guys might not be able to, but yes, this is $2.60 a day. Again, at 10 cents kilowatt hour. These things, to be honest, they're still more efficient than the KS1. So whatever, if you stack 5 of them together, I got them for cheaper than a KS1 for all 5 of my units, and I'm saving 100 watts because it's 600 watts to run the KS1, which is 1 terahash. 5 times 200 gigahash equals 1 terahash at 500 watts. So it's more efficient to have 5 of these versus the KS1. Personally, that's why I did it. All right, real quick over here. Oh god, my mouse just went nuts. Let's see. We have Pyrin coin. You guys see this? Pyrin is listed on the exchange over here, Trade Ogre. Now Pyrin is another fork of Kaspa, and I heard about this a couple, maybe it was a week ago, and I went to download I got it situated so I could download the it was like a node. You had to mine to your own node or something. It was a freaking pain in the ass, but yeah, and then I just stopped and I was like, damn it, I should have just stayed in on it, because look at it, it's at 13 cents. It's pulling a Carlson. Both these coins are gonna go to shit, both of them. I don't think either of them are going to stick around, to be honest, but I am directly mining Carlson still to unmineable, swapping right to Kaspa. But Pyrin's another good opportunity. If you guys are interested, feel free, go mine this. Let's see, mining Pi right now. Nice. Let's see, it wasn't that hard. Bullshit, Crypto KJ. All right, it was solo mining too, so like if you didn't hit nothing, you didn't know if it was working, and you helped me set it up. So listen, let's see, already down 97%. Down 97%. What's that? What is that? Let me see. What are you sending me, Mr. Steven Cicero? What is this? EOW blocks. Oh, XPB. I've heard of this one. Oh wow, you can make more doing that. Interesting. What is this? Canixum? I don't even know how to say that. How do you say that? $9. I never heard of this one either. I've heard of POW blocks and obviously Octaspace, but yeah, weird. This site's always wrong. I don't ever trust What to Mine, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't trust their profitability ever. But yeah, Bitnet, that's weird. This is just out of the blue for me. So I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit today. But strange. Anyways, all right, so let's check over. As you can see, Pyrin is making a killing right now. This is just like Carlson. I really hope unMineable gets their shit together and puts this on there as well, because I will absolutely be mining Pyrin right into Kaspa. Same exact thing that I'm doing right now with the Carlson network, or Carlson coin rather. It's just most profitable. Like if you think about it, right? Again, I explained it in my other video that I did. What was it? Was it last week? No, I think it was the week before. before last. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, mining Carlson, right? When it was like 20 something cents and Kaspa was over here at 13 cents, I was getting like 1.5 times the coin for, you know, what I was mining, right? Even though the giga hash looks low on Carlson network, you're mining Carlson, they're paying you out in Kaspa. So if I was getting 25 cents for Carlson, right, it was going right into Kaspa, so I get 1.5 Kaspa. It just made total sense to me. So hopefully they do this as well. Where did my chat go? There it is. Hopefully they do this as well. And yeah, we'll see if it comes through. If you guys don't know what unMineable is, real quick, let me see, get this up here. God, you know what, I hate that they changed this too, this dark mode. You got to click into a coin and then you can change to dark mode. Weird. Anyways, yeah, so I'm mining Carlson with Carlson hash over to Kaspa. Pretty interesting. But yeah, you guys can, I hope they get that on here. It'd be sick if they got Pyrin on here, because then we'd be good to go, to be honest. All right, yeah, let me know what are you guys mining with. Actually, are you guys all mining Pyrin? Is everybody here mining Pyrin? Let me know in the chat. Ted said the people mining on I don't even know what that says, something pool, basically rugged everyone. I've never heard of that. I would just stay away from it in general, because I can't even say the name. But Bacalman, Biacalman, I don't even know how you say that, has not paid most people, and last night over 10,000 blocks not confirmed, and now it has 0 hash. Oh geez. Oh wow, so they did rug everyone. That's crazy. Ted, appreciate you, buddy. Ted's an OG. He knows a lot about everything. It's crazy. DJ Mines, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Perfect. We have let's see, it wasn't that hard. Oh, I already read that. All right, let's get into the news of the day. Let's see what we got. So we got the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, talking about AI and a few other things. Guys, appreciate you all for hanging out with me this morning on this Friday morning. Hit that like button. Let's do it.
Joining us to discuss all of that in an exclusive interview is Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler. Chair Gensler, welcome. Good to see you.
Good to be with you, Sarah.
Looks like a dick with
I
ears.
just went through so many different rules. Maybe we just start there, because it's one of the criticisms of your leadership at the SEC that they're just coming so fast and furiously that you're not taking the time to really look into the impact and consequences of those rules. Isn't it better to do less and get them right? How do you respond?
I think we are getting them right, Sarah. I think we work for the American public, both the investors that watch your shows and the people trying to raise money, the issuers. Those are our clients, and we're trying to update our markets for the 2020s. We put these proposals out to public comment. We get a lot of feedback. We generate.
The way he ties his tie is it reflects his SEC role.
Really take between a year and 2 years before we finalize these
Dirty
rules.
Gary.
Yesterday, we finalized a very important set of rules around the Treasury market. It's the base of our entire capital markets, the U.S. Treasuries. It's how the Federal Reserve does its monetary policy. And of course, it's how we fund ourselves. That rule was out there for 18 to 20 months of comment and feedback from the public.
No, on the public point, so you put it out for public comment and then make changes. Why then do you not go out and repropose it so it can be vetted again with the changes?
Because we've already put it out there, Sarah. We've gotten a lot of feedback in terms of this set of proposals for the Treasury market. It's really important for the markets that we lower the risk in these markets. You might remember, as COVID was breaking out around the world, there were challenges in our U.S. Treasury market. Even the year before that, in 2019, there were very significant challenges in the funding of the Treasury market, what's called the repurchase market. And I would note, this is a market that has a lot of leverage. Hedge funds are borrowing from banks and broker-dealers through something called the prime brokerage relationship, but they're borrowing from them through the repurchase markets, and we can lower the risk in the system for the American public by implementing this rule.
Yeah, every time he says her name, Sarah, it's like the disappointed parent, the way he's talking.
I'm curious what you're doing on AI.
And I thought his shoulder pads are bad. She's got really straight shoulders.
I know that that's new. It's something you're focused on. You've warned about the perils of AI when it comes to investment. I think warned that they could create a financial crisis. So how are you tackling this issue?
I thank you. I started studying this actually when I was honored to be up at MIT as a professor. Artificial intelligence is I really truly believe, the most transformative technology of our time. As transformative as the internet, but even if you go back to the 1920s and the whole industrialization in the automobile. AI is already being used across finance.
To be honest, AI is going to take the eyes off of crypto, and I know there's a lot of us that have been saying that for a while. It really is the whole regulation thing, right? If they don't get their hands around AI, and soon, it could end tragically for us, to be honest.
It's just in call centers, compliance, various ways you can process claims at insurance companies and the like. But it's also being used in those robo-advising apps and brokerage apps that you might know of. So what we've done is we did put out a proposal with the simple concept that you need to keep the investor's interest ahead of that of the investment advisor or broker or dealer. And you can't have the algorithm putting the investment advisor or the broker dealer ahead of the investor.
Chair Gensler, I'm wondering the performance of these tools.
The hell
their
this guy come
capabilities,
from?
Is it running ahead or behind your initial expectations?
I would say that.
Hold on. See his tie? Got his shit together. See that? Come on, Gary. Step it up, bro.
That we're in a mode of acceleration, that the technology curve, if you wish, is probably picking up, and it's about the computational power, and it's about the data analytics behind it. The buzz, of course, is around generative AI, but in finance, it's already being used. And I would say this, I do think that there are natural economics around artificial intelligence that will lead to dominant or single source based models, just like we've seen elsewhere in technology. I mean, we largely have one search engine that we all turn to, or maybe 3 cloud providers. I think similarly, we'll end up with a very short list of base or foundation models in artificial intelligence. And unfortunately, if the markets are relying on directly or indirectly one base model, that could lead to real problems in finance and a future financial crisis. We could be sitting back on this program and we'll be saying, it was that base model that got it wrong, and we all kind of invariably went off a cliff based on that model.
Yeah, I don't know why he says finance like that. Finance. He can't speak proper. Anyways, guys, that like button, please. Appreciate you. I hate asking, but I have to. YouTube makes me. SEC Chair Gary Gensler slams non-compliance tied to Wild West of crypto. Should be pretty interesting. And she actually had a pretty good interview at the end here with Valkyrie Stephen McClurg. I don't know if that's how you say that. But anyways, let's do it.
Today, Gary Gensler warns investors about crypto fraud.
He's so creepy.
Exchange CoinList settles with
You guys ever see Tales from the Crypt? I feel like that's his skeleton.
over Russian sanctions violations. And Valkyrie's chief investment officer discusses the latest in the asset manager spot Bitcoin ETF application. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. Digital currency still riding high after the Fed decided to keep interest rates steady to close out 2023 and suggested they might actually cut rates in 2024. By noon Eastern, Bitcoin traded above $42,600.
Hold on, Max is here.
This hash rate's going bonkers.
Sorry, I had to do it. Hi, Max. Good morning.
Ether inched closer to $2,300 and Uniswap rose to $631. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Coinbase is doubling down on its international expansion. The crypto exchange announced it's launching spot crypto markets for eligible institutions starting today.
Hey, hold on. That's pretty cool. I want that. Look at this. Look at this. Instead of candy. Are these chocolate candies? Are these chocolate Bitcoin candies? What? I want those. That's cool as shit. That's got to be chocolate. Tell me that's not chocolate. It has to be. Damn. Someone had a great idea. That is fantastic.
The crypto exchange announced it's launching spot crypto markets for eligible institutions starting today, December 14th, with Bitcoin USDC and Ether USDC trading pairs. Now, before this announcement, Coinbase only offered perpetual futures contract trading for professionals in certain regions. This latest update still doesn't include retail investors. That will come later. Now, the expansion is part of Coinbase's push to grow outside the U.S., as regulation for crypto remains uncertain here. Speaking of regulation, Gary Gensler joined CNBC's Money Movers this morning and was asked for his thoughts on overseeing the crypto industry. The SEC chair said he thinks the industry's tendency to flout regulations that are in place goes far beyond a few bad actors.
Hold on. I gotta look it up. Give me a second. I gotta find it. Tales from the Crypt. I know you guys have seen this. Let me get a picture of this dude. Let's see. Trying to get one. Oh my god, people sell this stuff as painting. It's a painting of this guy. Hold on. How do I do this? Damn it, DJ. I'm not as good as you. Look at this. It's pretty close, right? I feel like that's a skeleton, 1000%. Okay, we can continue. Sorry.
There's a lot of non-compliance with the securities laws that are there to help give you the disclosure so you can make the investment decision.
Squirrel.
But also to protect you against fraud and manipulation. And there's been far too much fraud and bad actors in the crypto field. There's a lot of non-compliance, not only with the securities laws, but other laws around anti-money laundering and protecting the public. This is really the Wild West, and it's around the globe. I would say, again, this is a small part of our U.S. capital markets, but it can undermine confidence when so many people have been hurt, and all they can do is then stand in line at a bankruptcy court. And it's not just one actor, and it's not just, oh, it's just a few bad actors over here. This is something that pervades a lot of this field globally. And it's hard for the good faith actors even to compete because there's so many challenges elsewhere.
I mean, he's not wrong. It is pretty messed up sometimes, but whatever. I mean, if they weren't so hard on everybody, it wouldn't be a freaking, huge issue over here. But I mean, there's still gonna be bad actors no matter what. Mr. Dan R, appreciate you, buddy, for the $2 super chat. 130 people watching, only 7 likes. Come on, people. It's actually, if you refresh, it'll actually show you a little bit more. We have almost 60 guys. That like button. Appreciate you all.
Gensler was also asked about the latest on the spot Bitcoin ETF applications that are before the agency, but he didn't say much other than the regulator was still considering them. Last, California-based crypto exchange CoinList just settled with the U.S. Treasury over transactions tied to sanctions violations. OFAC, the Office of Foreign Assets Control, announced that CoinList will pay $1.2 million after processing nearly 1,000 transactions on behalf of Crimean residents who are subject to Russian sanctions between April of 2020 and May of 2022. OFAC said CoinList had KYC measures, but that screening process failed to bar users who said they were from one country but actually provided an address in Crimea. All right, for our main story this morning, asset manager Valkyrie filed another amendment to its spot Bitcoin ETF application, this time to clarify the redemption process for investors.
Ooh.
Just hours before that filing, I sat down with Valkyrie co-founder and chief investment officer Stephen McClurg to discuss the SEC's much anticipated decision on a potential spot Bitcoin ETF here in the U.S. I want to focus on the race for the first spot Bitcoin ETF here in the U.S. Valkyrie, your asset management firm, has an application pending for a spot Bitcoin ETF here in the U.S. with the SEC, among other asset managers, including BlackRock, Fidelity, and WisdomTree. And now industry experts expect that we could see the U.S. launch its first spot Bitcoin ETF early next year. Do you think that's a realistic timeline? And are you feeling optimistic that your application and others will in fact get approved?
I actually do believe that we're going to see a approval early next year as well, sometime between January and March. I do have a high level.
So he's saying between January and March. Hopefully it happens at the beginning of January, but we'll see.
Of confidence that ours will be approved along with several others. As a matter of fact, I think most people will be approved all at once. And we're moving very quick to make sure that we're ready to go first week of January.
What steps are you taking to make sure you are in fact ready to go?
Well, the typical steps that you go through to launch an ETF, you set up a fund admin, you set up a custodian, you set up all your market makers, a lot of boring things that goes into. We have this entire punch list of all the things you have to do, including depositing a seed, getting a first audit. So those are all the items that we're going through the list of as we speak, trying to be ready before the end of the year.
So do you really think it's realistic that it will in fact happen? I mean, after all, the industry has been trying for about a decade, and we all know that SEC Chair Gary Gensler has been a vocal critic of crypto, although it's important to note that he recently said he will listen to his staff's input on a potential spot Bitcoin ETF. And of course, we also recently saw that court win for Grayscale when a federal court sided with Grayscale over the SEC in its attempt to convert its Bitcoin trust into an ETF. So how does all of that play into the equation?
Yeah, I actually believe that Gary Gensler is someone who is a big proponent of Bitcoin and a big...
You just say that? Just kidding.
Proponent of this ETF launching. He's acted very favorable towards the crypto industry. I know a lot of people don't feel like he has.
He has?
But the very first Bitcoin futures ETF actually launched under his watch. He said he laid out exactly what he thought issuers needed to do to get there. And it played out exactly like he said he did. He came forward and said,
yeah, this dude's stroking it right now so he can get the approval. That's what's happening.
In a 40 Act fund, I could see Bitcoin futures being launched. And about 90 days later or less, we had Bitcoin futures in the market. We have ETH futures in the market under his watch. And right now we're in a moment of time where the staff is working very hard to get a Bitcoin spot ETF into the market. So I absolutely believe that he's well educated, along with other people on the staff, about Bitcoin, about how it works, and how a Bitcoin ETF is going to work.
Expanding on that, memos released late last month revealed that the SEC met with asset managers BlackRock and Grayscale ahead of that much anticipated decision over a potential spot Bitcoin ETF. So I'm wondering, what does that signal to you? And did you have any meetings with the SEC recently on the topic?
Yeah, I mean, we speak with the staff all the time. And
about a spot Bitcoin ETF?
Sometimes, as well as others.
In recent weeks?
Well, I'm not going to really comment on our direct conversations with the staff, but what I will say is this. What the staff is trying to do right now is to make sure that markets function effectively and that all disclosures are in the filings before they launch. And those are two very important functions in the SEC. And I will say that I believe they're moving very quickly. They're being very thorough. There's a lot of speculation on when this will launch. My answer is going to be sometime after January 2nd and when they are ready. And but I think that we'll get there soon.
And it certainly will be very interesting to see what transpires on that front. But I'm wondering, what do you think will happen to crypto if these spot Bitcoin ETFs do in fact get approved here in the US? I heard you say that you think it will be massive for Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
Well, there's two buckets of cryptocurrencies really in the US, and that's ones that the SEC has looked at as being, and decided they're not securities like Bitcoin. There's also a lot of other cryptocurrencies that are still questionable in their minds. So I don't think it's necessarily a big deal for all of crypto, but it's certainly a big deal for Bitcoin. And as far as how big it could be for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is a very cyclical industry. It runs in 4-year cycles based on mining halvings. And we're now at the point of the cycle where we're at the typical bottom of the cycle moving up. So not only are we in an upward bull market cycle, we are also getting ready to have a Bitcoin spot ETF. So those two things together is really going to move markets in a favorable way.
I'm wondering, what prompted you to file an application for a spot Bitcoin ETF specifically right now? I believe this is your second attempt. BlackRock, filed its application for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and then many other asset managers followed suit. So I'm wondering, did that influence your decision at all, especially because BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager after all? So I'm wondering if that contributed to your filing.
Yeah, it actually didn't. So we actually filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF back in January of 2021.
That's right.
And so we've been working on it ever since then. We have, of course, filed amendments to some of our 19b4 filings, given new information and things like the surveillance agreement that came out with NASDAQ. But we've been working on this really now almost 3 years. So BlackRock really didn't influence us a whole lot. We kind of came in and started that whole first wave of filings back in 2021, and we just continued to work on this.
BlackRock's just the biggest name in the industry, so it's like, as soon as people talk about them, it's like, oh yeah, I know those guys, but like, everybody else is just kind of on the back burner when it comes to, the ETF.
Any way we can.
What do you think BlackRock's move to file an application for spot Bitcoin ETF signals to the industry and about crypto? Does it perhaps show people that there's growing interest and acceptance in Bitcoin from institutional investors?
It really does. What that signals to me is that they're getting demand. I don't think BlackRock is going to do something because they're uncertain about the demand that they're getting. And of course, BlackRock and firms like that are very large, not only are they catering to a retail or a financial advisor audience, they're catering to pension funds and insurance companies. So when you're getting demand on that side of the institutional market, it's really what prompts you to start launching products. So we believe that insurance companies, or we know for a fact, insurance companies and pension funds are looking at Bitcoin as an investment.
Now, Valkyrie recently moved to convert its Bitcoin futures ETF to include Ether futures as well. So I'm wondering what prompted that move and how's it going so far?
Yeah, so first of all, about the time
this could be really big for Ethereum
that we were getting close to an Ether futures ETF approved, we started getting indications that Bitcoin spot was going to move forward. So really, if you have a Bitcoin futures ETF in the market, it probably goes to zero as far as interest as soon as spot launches. So on the one hand, we looked at that product and said, well, Bitcoin spot is superior. It's coming soon. Why would we keep that around the way it is? But it was easy to convert that to a Bitcoin and Ether futures product. So we did that because we believed that that's what the market was demanding out of futures, was some kind of combination. It wasn't demanding Bitcoin futures alone anymore with spot coming. And it's actually worked out quite well for us. We've traded on a lot of volume in that combination fund, and it gives people an opportunity to invest in both places at the moment.
Now, McClurg also argued that if a spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved, it opens the door for a spot Ether ETF approval as well. You'll be able to check out his full interview over at cnbc.com/cryptoworld.
Go check them out if you guys are interested. Link in the description below. That listen, if they do get a spot Ethereum ETF, that's not out of the realm of possibilities to pump Ethereum straight up to like 5 figures. I don't see that being out of the realm of possibilities. All right, let's get into this. Mr. Altcoin Daily, the most powerful man in finance, just triggered a massive crypto bull rally. So I didn't actually watch the Jerome Powell thing when he came out with the rate hike stuff, but they ended up leaving it flat. So let's see. He pulled some clips from there. Let's see what happens, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let's do it.
Steve, this was extraordinary on a number of levels, I think.
Head of the Fed, Jerome Powell, just caused a melt-up in the market, sent a bold message to Bitcoin holders, and after announcing the Fed keeps the rates the same between 5.25 and 5.5%, Jerome Powell said this.
The other question, the question of when will it become appropriate to begin dialing back the amount of policy restraint in place, that begins to come into view. And is clearly a topic of discussion out in the world, and also a discussion for us at our meeting today.
And just using that language from Jerome Powell, being open, talking about that potential pivot, this is something we have not seen in years.
It was extraordinary on a number of levels, I think. Number one, the Fed chair in his news conference did nothing to walk anything back from the statement. He did nothing to hawk it up, so to speak. And I know he sounded like it would be premature, and he said as much, premature to declare victory. There was no jumpsuit, there was no aircraft carrier, but he doesn't seem like he's that far away either from doing just that.
Yeah, I think this was a pretty big day, Scott. I think that the Fed pivoted today. I think it went from having this bias to hike to being in neutral with a forecast to cut rates. And I think that's a pretty big deal. And he acknowledged in response to my question that, yeah, they sat around the table today and yesterday, and they talked about rate cuts.
Essentially, Jerome Powell gave the
that was weird as hell. He just cut him off.
green light to pump your bags. Fed looking likely to pivot, markets ripping, ETF news coming, halving in a few months. Can anything stop crypto?
Scott, I thought the chair might have tried to hold back the water on the dam one more meeting. I guess the data yesterday and today, especially the PPI and what it says, he mentioned this specifically. We talked about it on your show at noon today. What the data today says what's going to happen to the PCE numbers next week made it kind of untenable for him to hold back and to maintain a position that was too hawkish. And just real quick, we have been talking about this number that Jeff was talking about, this CPI ex shelter, which has been below 2% for several months now. There's that number right there, and you can see it. It's down below 2. And then, okay, so it's not fair to take shelter out. The reason you take shelter out is because the shelter component they use there is lagged about 3/4, Scott, from some of the other market-based indicators that are out there. And if you fold those in, you really don't have a problem. It may be that the Fed is already there. And the concern was that the Fed would keep rates high and depress the economy for too long based on bad data.
And let's break down this data. By the way, click subscribe to Altcoin Daily for one video per day, keeping you informed. But as of yesterday, headline CPI was 3.1% as expected, and core CPI was 4.0% as expected.
So the CPI was just released and meet expectations. Here's the two main takeaways and largest...
Dude, do you guys ever listen to these shorts? This AI dude or whoever this is?
Variation. First, the consumer price index increased by 0.1%.
These videos are actually really good.
Month over month and 3.1% year over year, which is in line with economist expectations and is down from the 3.2% last month. This is a good trend, but we are still above the Fed target of 2%. Second, the core CPI, which excludes food and energy, to have a less volatile read on inflation, rose by 0.3% month over month and 4% year over year, which is also in line with analysts' estimates. Finally, the main variations are shelter costs, which increased again by 6.5% year over year, but is down from the 6.7% figure from last month. The energy category is down 5.4%, as gasoline fell 8.9%. The food category is up 2.9%, led by the food away from home at 5.3%. The food at home is up 1.7%. The vehicle insurance is again among the highest increase, as it's up 19.2% year over year. Worker wages increased by 0.2% month over month and 0.8% year over year on an inflation-adjusted basis.
So the Fed is pushing the stock market to all-time highs. Bitcoin and crypto assets will be next. And why, after almost every single federal funds rate hike we've seen from the Fed for the last 50 years, they almost always led to a recession. Is that recession still coming? Or why does Jerome Powell say this time's different?
It may or may not be about the U.S. economy being different. I think that this inflation was not the classic demand overload, pot boiling over kind of inflation that we think about. It was a combination of very strong demand, without question, and unusual supply side restrictions, both on the goods side but also on the labor side, because we had a participation shock. So this is just very unusual. And, we had the view, my colleagues and I broadly had the view that we could get a lot of, you had essentially a vertical supply curve, because you ran into the limits of capacity at very low levels because there weren't workers and because people couldn't, the supply chains were all broken. So we had the view that you could come straight down that vertical supply curve to the extent demand reduced. And, something like that has happened. It happened so far. The question is, once that part of it runs out, and we think it has a ways to run. We definitely think that the sort of supply chain and shortages side has some ways to run. Does labor force participation have much more to run? It might. Immigration could help, but it may be that at some point you will run out of supply side help, and then it gets down to demand, and it gets harder. That's very possible. But to say with certainty that the last mile is going to be different, I'd be reluctant to suggest that we have any certainty around that. We just don't know. I mean, inflation keeps coming down, the labor market keeps getting back into balance, and it's so far so good. Although we kind of assume that it will get harder from here, but so far it hasn't.
So comment down below, do you think that this is end of cycle, top of cycle behavior? Or do you think, yes, we may have a cool off. Yes, make your own decisions. Nobody can see the future.
What do you guys think? You think we're going to see a cool off in the market? You think crypto is just going to continue to rally?
Responsibility for you. But do you think we may be just getting started?
This is not end of cycle market behavior.
Yeah, I personally think this is just the beginning of crypto ready to explode.
This is early cycle expansion reaccelerating.
What if it's just a late year, run as fast as you can, catch up to what you
I don't know why this why is he doing this like zoom out shit? Like, I don't understand it.
Just a lot of money has come in and it's just chasing everything to the end of the year as rates have come down.
We've seen a huge turnaround in cyclical stocks. The banks are turning, the regional banks are turning up, small caps are leading. I think if this is 98, we can run another 7% from today.
To when?
To year end. 4,800 is more reasonable. But I think that if it was a head fake, we'd see credit calling baloney and we'd see spreads riding or high yield falling. But what's happened is spreads have rallied, high yields rallied. It's actually a improving liquidity rally while investors took $240 billion out of stocks this year. Now, as we get into next year, we'll have an FOMC decision. I think it's going to show the Fed is no longer fighting an inflation war, but really shifting towards...
I could go without this, like, whatever music it is in the background, violin shit.
Managing the business cycle, huge change. Interest rates could make a huge move lower. Our technician thinks it could be 3.5%, 3.2%. And that would take mortgage rates down to 5 or under 5%. We know that would help the economy. And I think there's a lot of pent-up demand for CapEx. Stocks could do very well next year.
By the way, breaking news by one of the most popular crypto...
Oh, yeah. You guys hear about this? We talked about it yesterday, like real briefly. Crypto KJ gave me a goddamn heart attack. We have identified and removed malicious versions of the Ledger Connect kit. I guess it was like a what was it in the D apps or whatever. It was like a malicious file.
The wallets in existence. A few hours ago, they alerted the masses. We have identified and removed a malicious version of the Ledger Connect kit. A genuine version.
So don't panic. Your actual ledgers, if you guys haven't plugged them in or touched anything or dealt with any D apps, you should be fine.
Is being pushed to replace...
That's a big should. Emphasis on the should.
It's a malicious file now. Do not interact with any dApps for the moment, meaning any Ledger-based dApps.
I don't know about you guys. Like, I'm terrified with Ledger. I really am. Ever since the whole sharding thing, it's been like a huge fear of mine because I have like my main holdings like on a Ledger that like I have had there for years, and it makes me freaking nervous as hell to plug it in and get it out of there. And it's not only the fact that it makes me nervous just to move it, it's the fact that Bitcoin takes a goddamn hour to get to where it's going. So I'm gonna be sweating for a straight hour. Like, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just not looking forward to it. You guys let me know if there's any other way to get around that thing. In the live chat, I really don't think there is. I'm just stuck waiting.
Keep you informed as the situation evolves. Your Ledger device and Ledger...
Up, guys. Max has got to go.
This hash rate's going bonkers.
Max, have a good day, buddy.
Live, we're not compromised. So Ledger takes another L, essentially, if nothing else, a PRL. And this is a wallet I've used just because usually the wallet you sort of get onboarded to when you first join, you usually use that, much like an exchange. And Ledger was my first wallet. It's still my wallet, one of my wallets. Update. The malicious version of the file was replaced with a genuine version at around 2:35 p.m. CET. The new genuine version should be propagated soon. We will provide a comprehensive report as soon as it's ready. And the latest update, if you use Ledger from about an hour ago, Ledger Connect Kit genuine version 1.1.8 is being propagated now automatically. We recommend waiting 24 hours until using the Ledger Connect Kit again. So that is the news today. My name's Austin. Like always,
Shout out to Altcoin Daily for that. All right, let's get into the recap segment. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm very concerned about plugging in my ledger and all that. I don't know about you guys, but again, I've had it for like years, and it's just my holdings are there. Just like some of my holdings, right? It's one of my wallets. The other wallet, the one I actually really recommend is Tangem. I really do like it. It's just a simple, easy card to use. I don't have my wallet on me, but literally just a small card, like a credit card. Scan it with your phone. It's got like an NFC thing in it. It like detects the app and whatever. You just open it up. That's how you send your funds and whatever else. But yeah, I'm going to be giving away 2 of those wallets actually next week, I think. Let's see. Next week? I think. Whatever. Week of Christmas. Whatever week of Christmas is. Yeah, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week because Monday's Christmas, right? So we will do it next week. And yeah, we'll be giving 2 of those away and some other stuff. Oh, actually, you know what? I totally forgot. Hold on a second. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Hold on. Gotta open something. Totally spaced on it. We have one of these to give away too. Let's see. I haven't even opened this box yet. This is from Jingle Mining. And they're supposed to send me 2 so I can give one away. Like, oh my god, that's the stickiest box I've ever opened. All right, so this is, let's see what this is. Nice little bubble wrap. I'll leave, hold on. Yeah, I'll leave one of them wrapped up. I'm not even gonna open that one. And I'll just send it right out. Whoever wins it. So we're gonna be giving this away too. This is, well, that's kind of cool. In a little case. This is all right. I'm gonna be honest. This is a total gimmick. Okay, the Jingle Miner. This is that little like insignificant Bitcoin solo miner. That is pretty badass. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's kind of cool. I just like it because it's like a cool little stocking stuffer, right? It's like a little Bitcoin solo miner. Get this thing out. Oh God, what is happening? Oh my gosh, what is all this stuff? I don't know what. Oh, apparently it's magnetic. I don't know what these are for. I don't know what those are for. Looks like a Raspberry Pi thing. I'm gonna have to figure this out. I don't even know. This is like some sort of Bitcoin lottery thing, and it's got like a magnet. You can see. You like put it on something if you want. I don't know. Apparently these go into there, I would assume. But yeah, we're giving away one of these. I have no idea how this works, and I don't know what these are for. I assume some sort of computer mounting, maybe. I don't know, like Raspberry Pi stuff. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. The only other thing you need is a USB-C to plug it in. You can see right there, USB-C on that side powers it. Should be pretty cool. I'll have to check it out, but we're going to be giving away one of these as well as 2 Tangems and a few other things next week, so stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'll do it during the live streams. Probably. I think that makes more sense, right? That way I know people are active. All right, yeah, it's a Lotto BTC miner basically. It'll just, it's like really small hash rate basically. It's a total gimmick. You know, it reminds me of those Neopets. Remember those back in the day? You like take care of the thing so it didn't die. I feel like that's what it is, but it's just like this, like it looks like a little toy, like it's like plastic straight out of McDonald's. Like it literally feels like it's just plastic, a little piece of plastic. It's like a toy, literally a toy. But if it takes like 1 watt, and it's like, you know what, might spark someone's interest to get interested into Bitcoin. I don't know. It's kind of cool, right? So I'll figure out a way to give this away, but I like the little case it comes in. Thing's pretty sweet, actually. Thing is pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. Let's check out some coins quick. Mr. Crypto KJ was telling us that ETC POW is taking a poop. Unfortunately. And it is. I noticed that last night. So it was at $1.80 last night, and I was like, maybe I should swap some of my tokens. And yeah, no, I didn't. And then this morning, a whale must have thought the same thing. and been like, I'm out, and they dumped it. They dumped it to $1.50 because I got my second payout, so I'm like, all right, maybe I'll be able to swap some out. But no, I'm waiting for this thing to get back over $2, and if it doesn't, that's gonna be very unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty sad. It's pretty shitty, not gonna lie. That is pretty shitty. It is what it is though. Let's see. Nerd miners for the win, $5. ESP32 board in your mining. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean? Chris Hanley, give me more than that, man. What the hell? Christmas is coming, Carl Coat. It is. 4060 Ti is efficient on most algos, but the hash rate is junk, over 2 times the price of a 3070, which curb stomps it on almost everything that isn't fully core leveraged. Hold on. 4060 Ti is efficient on most algos, but the hash rate is junk. Yeah, so all right, hold on. What's the, I don't even know, what's the VRAM on a 4060 Ti versus the 3070? Because that could be a big leading factor. All right, what other coins you guys want to look at quick? ASICS, is that another one? Did you spell it? Yeah, right here. ASICS. This is the one that Crypto KJ sold out of for his ETC node, and ETC Pow took a poop, and this took a poop. So it's, I guess, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, it did have a nice run up, and then it just, it's going down halfway. I mean, listen, all right, so this ETC Pow, right? Let's look at the 30-day quick. Look at how fast it ran up, guys. Like, it ran up super fast. Zero to do with my video. Zero to do with my video. I mean, it totally could have been my video. I have no idea, but it was like right here when I made it, and it just, yeah, I don't know. It took a nice run, but I hope it stays up, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been able to get out either. So it is what it is. We're gonna have to see. And it's not like this doesn't make a shit ton of money still at $1.50, right? It's still making like 10 to 20 bucks a day. Like, it's crazy. It still makes just about that same amount of money on like 10 watts. So ETC POW nodes aren't really like, they're not bad because the price is having a pullback. Like, everything is gonna have a pullback. Let's just see what the max is on this coin real quick. September 14th. That's the day after my birthday. 2023. This thing came out right around $1, right about $1 listed. I mean, it's still over where it listed, so I mean, I can't really complain. That doesn't look bad to me, and it's still like, if you drew a line from here to there, you know, we'll see what happens. I guess see what happens. These charts are awful, by the way, on CoinGecko, but it is what it is. It's 100% your video, fully electric. My bad. My bad, dude. Looks like a Ponzi. Well, listen, Ted, everybody says scam, Ponzi, like about everything. It's like, it's so overrated now at this point. Like, what am I doing? Let's look at Dynex. So many people are calling this coin a scam too, you know, Dynex, but I mean, they've only proven to be like, to do pretty well. And you know what, let me put it this way, right? I don't give a shit what these coins are. If you can mine them, come over here and swap them in the same day, then how is it not worth doing, or how is it not worth mining, right? The only way you're going to get burnt is if you personally hold it. Then that's your fault. Okay, if you guys can get these things mined and sold within the same day, you'll you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, who gives a shit? Just sell it. Just get out. Get in, get out. If you hold it, it's on you. Not trying to be a dick, but it's true. You know what I mean? That's just the truth, right? So like, this Pyrin coin could be total shit. Who knows? Like, it's a fork of Kaspa, living off the hype of Kaspa. Same thing as Carlson. The bullshit coins that are just living off the hype of something else, right? At the end of the day, who cares if they end up getting rugged? If they're profitable, mine them, sell them the same day, you're good. Just don't hold it. Like, don't hold it. It's just stupid to hold it. You know what I mean? If that's how you feel about a coin, get in and get out. Don't play around. That's just my opinion. It's about making money. Exactly. People like to put their feelings into the coin, and that's so true, fully electric. You have to separate your feelings. It's kind of like trading, right? When you go into trade, you got to separate the feelings from what you're putting in. Because if you're attaching your feelings to the trades, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be staring at these charts till your eyes burn. You ever see that SpongeBob fish where his eyes are like fried? Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you. I'm telling you, and you get a headache. It hurts. I've been there. We've all been there, right? You have to separate it. If you don't separate it, you're effed. Like 100%. Don't get married with your coins. Exactly, right? Take profits. Don't be a moon boy. Just get in and get out. That's pretty much the best advice I can give you. It's not you know, it's worth it at the end of the day. The only thing that sucks about like something like ETC pile, right? The only thing I hit there we go. I didn't think it was gonna go through. Yeah, so ETC pile. The only thing that sucks about this coin is the node thing, right? You gotta wait 10 days or whatever it is to get 100 ETC pile. And then you got to wait for them to go over and click the, you know, once you claim your payout, you got to wait 5 days for somebody to actually show up and approve it, which sucks. Like that's shitty, right? It should be automated. It should 100% be automated. It should have a node tied to your license, super simple, all automation and whatever. So unfortunately that ball's dropped, but hopefully they fix it with the upcoming like possible NFT tied to node thing license. I don't know what's happening, something along those lines. But yeah, the payout sucks and the process sucks. Yeah, it does. And that's the only problem here, right? That's the only problem with this coin. If it wasn't like that, it would really, you know, I would really I don't know, I would be way more in it if it wasn't that slow. I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't that slow, I would not be in it. But let me see. They've just upped the price of the node to 300. What? Well, that's why people are getting out then. That's stupid. That's very stupid. That's very foolish on their part. That's very foolish. You're going to charge somebody $300 to get in? That's dumb. Like, I'm sorry. Listen, if you're using your own hardware with, you know, you're securing their network, but with using your own hardware, like, you shouldn't have an entry fee. If they want to take a dev fee out of your rewards, sure, take it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the people that buy the pre-made nodes would, you know, they would get 100% of their rewards. But if people made it themselves, maybe they lose 10% or something to the devs as a fee for joining the network type deal. Like, why wouldn't they do something like that? That would appeal to way more people. I'm gonna be honest. That would just blow it up, because people would be like, all right, let me fire all these up, call it a day. People have motherboards laying around. This project would explode 1000%. Like, easy. That's just me. Preach to us, Father Jump. I hate you so much, Crypto KJ. You're the worst. All right, let me see. It's still 250. Let's check. Let's see. Let me see. Actually, I gotta go to, what am I doing? ETC MC, that's what it's called. Oh god, my back hurts. I don't know if you guys put up Christmas lights, but I don't usually regret anything, but moving them ladders, man, back and forth along your house, that shit hurts your back after a while. It's terrible. And I gotta climb up like 20 feet to my tall ass house. Pain in the ass. Where the hell is the freaking site? There we go. All right, here's the site. How do I get to the purchase thing? No, get out of here. Leave me alone. How do I find the, where do I purchase the damn node? Well, I can never find it. Fully Electric, you help me out, bro. I'd love you a long time. Send me a link. What is happening? Why? Where is it? Where is it? How do you buy it? You click visit store and it brings you right back to the other tab. The hell is happening? Oh, is this it? Ah, got it. All right. Jeez. God damn, that was a pain in the butt. Here we go. No, it is 300 bucks. Mother. That's some BS. That is some BS. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna purchase it at 300 bucks. That's a ripoff. That's way too much. That is way too much. That is way too much. These guys need to get their shit together. That is way too much. Not mad, I'm just disappointed. Not mad, just disappointed. Like, listen, if you got to set up your own shit, you shouldn't have to pay to get into it. Like, no, just take a fee. Just take a fee out of my rewards. And then it doesn't hurt me. And then I just want to, you know, make more. It's some bullshit. Yeah, I'd rather just buy another KS0. I mean, I totally agree. But at the same time, it's like these things are freaking worth it. Because, like, you make a bunch of money. So it's like, I don't know. Like, but I'm not into, like, hey, let me buy this and then buy a computer and then set it up and then have issues with it and wait for my payout for 5 freaking days. Excuse my language, but like, that's the truth. It's 5 days. It takes forever. Like, it should be like a day. It should be immediate. Not immediate, but you know what I mean. Like 24 hours, you should get your payout. You shouldn't be waiting 5 days. That's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Because it's like, okay, you see a price $2, say you want to cash out. You're like, okay, I want to get this. You gotta wait 5 days now. Someone had a chance to dump it before you even got paid. Like, it's some horse shit. It was $250 last night. Yeah, this is not okay. So make sure you guys get over there and give them a lot of flack for it. That's some bullshit. Especially with the price going down. Hell no. Zero chance. If this thing was still $2.50, cool. I would totally do it. I'd still do it. Right? But the coin lost $1 in value and you're going to charge more? Yeah. Eat. Just saying. Let's see. This is the second time the price went up and they did let us know the price was going to go up. Interesting. Yeah, I just think it was really bad timing. It's really bad timing and it's really too soon. At least my opinion. Way too soon. All right, guys. Listen, I love y'all. My kids are about to bombard me down here. So I gotta get back to daddy duty. Hopefully you guys have a great and happy Friday. And as always, I have to leave you guys with this. So I will catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Actually, tomorrow might be tough. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. I might. It might be 8 a.m. though, not 9. Either way, guys, have a good Friday. I'll catch you soon. Peace out.
Till I can't no more.
Peace out, everybody. Happy Friday.
Perfect.
This hash rate's going bonkers.